So the question was posed, what does it mean to have an empire in No Man's Sky? And I would like to submit the following answer. Gotta love that title screen. It really expresses the joy of exploration and the idea that there's always something else in this game for you to see. Just the fact that every time you load up, it takes you through here. It shows you actual names of systems that you could someday find, but you probably won't because they are who knows where in the infinite expanse of the universe. So we begin our tour here. This is my nitrogen mining setup, and actually I recorded this entire thing already and went through and collected all of my materials, and then I realized that my microphone was way too quiet and couldn't even come close to the sounds of my jetpack, the engines on my ship. Literally anything that I passed by made more noise than I could possibly produce with my mouth meats. So, alright, let's check this out here. So just to give you an idea, every 8 hours I have 8,750 nitrogen, and that you can just assume that that also applies to radon, it also applies to oxygen, it also applies to that other, what's the other one, sulfurine or something? I mean, I'm pumping more Vespine than Cloud City, baby. Let's just get it real here, all right? all of my ships are pristine. This is my salvage ship, the Sacred Cord. SFE is Ship of the Frozen Emperor. I actually had a whole like Empire theme going when I started naming stuff, and I ended up it was all sort of a wintry theme. I spawned on an ice planet for the first time, and so I just sort of took it and ran with it. So you're gonna see a lot of winter and icy and frozen type well, not frozen let it go style, but frozen like actually the state of matter frozen. So wait, why am I going to the space station? I can just go ahead and let's call in my freighter. Call in my freighter and my fleet. Oh yeah, this thing can go backwards. There we go. One important aspect of an empire is to have a significant military. You'll notice that I have quite a few frigates coming in. They are all very capable, a lot of S classes and A classes. I should send them all on some missions today, actually. Talking, but let's come in for a landing here. My ship is the Wintry Redemption. Also, this is a pirate ship, so the redemption thing is that I gave them a second chance instead of blowing them all straight down. We believe in second chances aboard the Wintry Redemption. You'll also notice that some of the frigates are pirate frigates. They make excellent fighters, as long as you can rein in their more pillagey tendencies. Let's check out a couple ships. A good emperor should have multiple delightful ships to fly about the galaxy. Of course, you gotta have the exotic. I love this thing, bright yellow with a little stinger. It really does have like a sort of a hornet look going on. Here's Lapalagon. Lapalagon is my living ship. We've been together for quite some time. As I said before, all of my ships, they are all just decked out in nothing but S-grade modules. All of them have all the capabilities they could possibly have. I think Lapalagon is even at this point capable of going to the super secret hidden places that are after the end game. I've got my former throne. This is a solar that I made entirely from parts that I harvested around the galaxy. Now this one I did recently strip out some of the modules to you outfit the Sacred Cord. The Sacred Cord is a relatively new arrival. I wish I knew how to rotate this thing. I guess maybe you can in this view, but I picked out the colors. I went around, bought a whole bunch of ships just to get all the pieces exactly like I like them. And I do love this thing. It flies amazingly, but you lose a lot of visibility from the solar sails, which is ultimately why I decided to go with the Sacred Cord as my daily driver. Because, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't really point it out when I was in that thing in the beginning here, but just amazing viewports. I mean, you can't beat that visibility. That's incredible. I mean, it flies like a dream. It can hover. The acceleration is basically just wild on those things. Go check out the inside of a freighter. A good Empire has a great flagship. And my flagship, I think, really passes the test of opulence and luxury. As you can see, many fleet command stations so that we can support the maximum number of missions at all times. Our navigators are always looking for the most profitable routes, and we here on the Wintry Redemption believe in making lots of money, which is why we, of course, have a galactic trade terminal. As we move to the left, you can see our beautiful farmlands where we cultivate a variety of species that are all useful together to create a delightful variety of trade goods all throughout the... Whoops! Anyway, don't worry about those. We're not growing anything that could be considered illegal here. And also, I will remind you that in space, I am the law. Of course, you gotta have the teleporter. These are like basic stuff. This I love. The exocraft summoning system in your freighter. This thing makes it so that whatever system your freighter is in, so basically if you're exploring freighter with freighter jumps, whatever system your freighter is in, you can summon an exocraft to any planet at any time without requiring anything on planet to support it, which is absolutely wonderful. I love exocrafts. I kind of switch back and forth between the Nomad and I forget what the little four-wheeler is, but basically the slim glider. I love that the glider can actually glide over water. That's just awesome. Planetary probe. Definitely want to know what all the planets are doing when you take the time to warp a freighter into system, because there's so many cheaper ways to warp. I mean, the salvage ships use like easily collectible materials to just sort of shove it in the warp drive, and they're like, yep, I can warp on that. These are all my specialists. We've got a little cooking gallery here, plenty of refining space. Got the large refiners where you can grind multiple things together. One recipe that I think is totally OP is like mixing any sort of gases with oxygen to get tons of that gas. So like I can pull thousands of units, but if I needed tens of thousands of units, I could just throw a little easily found oxygen in there and multiply it up. I think that's pretty neat. Where else should we go? I mean, I think pretty much get the gist of it here. So, I guess a settlement. I haven't mentioned my settlements. Because they just recently changed how settlements work, they are all like not at the best. They're all under attack too. Well, I guess I can show you what kind of weapons an Emperor brings to bear. I'll go to the one that I'm pretty sure is not in a forbidden place. I have some settlements in the hidden galaxies because it's just fun, and I like the locals in those galaxies or in those systems rather. Remember, do I have one? Oh, hello. I feel like a rich noble on a fox hunt. Oh, jolly good show. Oh, what a lively one that one was. He got a little nibble on me. Ha ha. I just need a horse and a couple of wealthy, chuckling barons. Oh, hey, everyone's safe. So yeah, I would say this is the yeah. Hey, we're all alive. So that's an empire. The best guns, the best ships, great settlements, tons of bases, automated farming of everything you could ever want. It's hard to argue that you could do much better than that. So if you're at that, big thumbs up from one emperor to another, I suppose.